What's up, you guys? Sean Ross Sapp, Fightful.com, here with a name you know, Jinder Mahal, former WWE Champion. Jinder, how you doing?
I'm doing awesome. We're here in Las Vegas, the fight capital of the world. The city is buzzing. I'm buzzing. Normally, I don't like to think about my match too early, I get nervous. But I was thinking about it last night. Woke up this morning a little bit nervous. Drove past Allegiant Stadium last night on the way to this hotel.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's awesome. I can't wait to see that place packed with fans. It's going to be awesome.
I saw that your boy Arjan Buller was going to be in town in Vegas, a former UFC fighter. You linking up with him at all, or you got the busy schedule?
I actually wasn't aware that he was going to be here. I'll shoot him a message. I'll definitely try to see him. Today's a little bit busy. Then tomorrow we have the show, and then I got to go to Denver and then on to San Diego. So yeah, the tour's a little bit hectic right now, but I would love to catch up with him.
So you're in the middle of this feud with Drew McInytre. It looked like that was the path that was going to happen last year. I mean, it was like we saw you coming back. You looked great. You were winning all your matches, and then unfortunately, I guess another knee injury happened.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, had to have another surgery, and at that time, timing would have been perfect because Drew McInytre was WWE Champion at that time. But now, it's beyond championships. It's gotten to the point where it's personal. Look at Drew McInytre over there, talking all kinds of nonsense to the media, not showing any appreciation or any admiration to the modern-day Maharaja, the man who he followed, the man who...
Do you think that he followed your path? Because I mean,
followed it to a T.
You all have a lot of parallels. The coming up as highly touted prospects, then unfortunately the ball bounced the wrong way, but you all reinvented yourselves, your bodies, your career, came back, won the WWE title.
I came to WWE before Drew, came back, became WWE Champion before Drew, main evented all over the world before Drew, did all this media before Drew. Now Drew tells himself as this great media machine and everything. Doesn't stop talking about how much media he does. Guess what? We all do it. I was there. We all do it. We all have our turn. I'm still doing it, but I just don't advertise it. Now, you see Drew McInytre wearing this suit. Where do you think he got his style from? The Maharaja, right? All this swagger, all this confidence. If there was no modern-day Maharaja as WWE Champion, there would be no Drew McInytre. I showed him the way. I showed him it was possible. I gave him the belief in himself.
Did you all stay in touch when you were outside of WWE? And then when you got back in WWE, did you put in a good word for him? Did you say, hey, keep your eye on him, which I'm sure they were anyway? Yeah,
exactly. They were. He, as much as the bad things I say about Drew, which are all true, by the way, I got to give respect to Drew. He did, like myself, reinvent himself, became a great champion, a great representative of the company. But
you can't take your eyes off of him right now. You're ready to go.
Yeah, exactly. He's a little bit too close for comfort. But as I was saying, whatever. I respect Drew on a personal level, but on a professional level, I have to humble him. I'm going to embarrass him at SummerSlam. Not only that, a win against Drew McInytre will automatically put me into the WWE title picture.
I got to ask you about, I would say, one of the most fire themes in wrestling right now. You got one of the best theme songs
of all time.
How did that come together? Was that something they brought to you? Or did you have your choice? I'm so interested to find out about that.
They actually just brought it to me. They know the modern day Maharaja's taste. I actually sent a couple samples of some songs, and then they just played it one day. I went out, and that was my music.
I mean, that's got to feel good. I mean, it's like there's not many things unanimous online with wrestling, and everybody's like, okay, that's the song.
Yeah, that theme is right. And actually, I got to bring back my old entrance where the camera would do a 360 around me, show the big traps. I think we got to bring that back.
So, how are you feeling physically? You mentioned the back-to-back knee injuries. I mean, that's very unfortunate because you looked great last year. You looked like you were ready to go.
Yep.
Was that discouraging? I mean, it had to be discouraging, but how did you feel when it was like, okay, you got to have another one?
It's mentally very challenging, very tough. The rehab is very, very difficult. After the first one was a patella tendon rupture, so that rehab was very taxing, so to speak. It was very tedious, just day by day, like having to rebuild the flexion in the knee again is very, very difficult. Then having to do that again from the start, but it's important to set goals, right? So just that whole time I had set goals for myself, and that way I know that I'm working towards something. And every day, I wake up as a challenge. I want to get 1% better every day, improve. And then here I am back in WWE. I feel great. My body feels great. I feel good. I feel strong. And actually, for this match against Drew, I wanted to bulk up a little bit, so I gained like 10 pounds, just so I can match power with him, because I know Drew's big and strong, and he's going to try to throw me around the ring. So I wanted to put on a little bit extra weight to make it a little more challenging for him.
And you got Veer and Shanky with you now, and I love the Sings. Those are my guys. They're wonderful.
Yep.
If Randy Orton throws one of them through the table, it's breaking this time. Like if that manages to happen, I mean, well, I think that maybe is that the reason why you recruited those fellas. You're like, you know what? They're gonna stay on the ground a little bit more.
Yeah, exactly. I just saw the potential in them. So when I was doing my rehab, I went to the Performance Center, and that's actually where I seen them. So when I came back, I pitched it to Vince, Bruce Pritchard. I thought this pairing would be good, not only for myself on a character point, but it's good for those guys to be, around the system, around the locker room, around the matches, having matches against someone like a Drew McInytre, people more experienced than them. And I definitely see them as being champions someday in the WWE.
Veer's a high-level athlete, too. I mean, minor league baseball player.
Yeah, exactly. First Indian to ever get drafted to the Major League Baseball system. I played for the Pittsburgh Pirates under their farm leagues and everything. So he's very, very explosive. Like, sometimes I see his match from ringside, and just like his explosiveness, his jumping, his strength is incredible. So very, very good athlete.
Well, Jinder, it's great to see you back. Great to see you healthy. Probably not great for Drew McInytre, but I want to thank you so much for the time. Until next time, guys, we're out.